What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Update number 36, and Manchester City have finally signed their first player. We will crack on with that towards the end of the ins. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my video introducing and welcoming Riyad Mahrez to Manchester City, because he is now a Manchester City player, and it's nice to have a deal across the line. Finally. But what to say before we crack on with today's update, what to say that if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you have subscribed with your notifications on to be kept up to date with all the latest news with Manchester City and all the latest transfer news. And we've got daily football videos out, so if you're interested, make sure that you are subscribed, notifications on. With all that being said and done, we're going to crack on with the video. So first up, we're going to start off with a youngster for our ins, and it comes in the form of Adrien Bernardi. Now, he was formerly of Barcelona, 17-year-old that we've signed, if you remember him. He has now updated his Instagram bio to read that he is now a Manchester City player. So welcome, Adrien, to Manchester City. Man City aren't obviously going to announce this signing because he's a player that's a youngster. He's going to go straight into the EDS team, you would think, of Man City's under-18 side. So you're not really ever going to know about him. You're just going to see him turn up for training. Well, before he's even turned up for training, we've already know that he's a Manchester City player who's already confirmed it himself. So I wanted to welcome Adrien Bernardi to Manchester City from Barcelona. We're going to move on with the next story, and it is in the form of Jorginho. I have a feeling we're not going to be talking about Jorginho all that much again in the transfer update. Possibly might even come to a halt, and possibly may well sign for Chelsea as of today, which means we'll probably mention it tomorrow, and that'll be the end of the matter, really. So yeah, kind of a long stretched out transfer, this one. But Chelsea, they're now favourites to sign Jorginho. If you've been paying attention, that is according to TMW over in Italy. Chelsea, they've made contact with Napoli to sign Jorginho. That has happened. DiMarzio's been saying that too. He said that Chelsea are set to seal the £51 million deal to bring both Seri, their manager, and Jorginho to Chelsea. It's ready to be completed. Could be completed as early as this afternoon. So that happens. Like I said, I'll include that in tomorrow's update, and we'll move on. In my opinion, I'm almost certain I won't be joining Manchester City. I'm already over it. I've already moved on because we've got new transfer targets to be aiming for. And now we're going to start with one of them. And this comes in the form of Mateo Kovacic. Now, Manchester City, he's Manchester City's contingency plan, basically, to Jorginho. Apparently, Man City have made their first contact with Real Madrid to try and sign him. He wants to leave Real Madrid to get more playing time. He wants to leave, go elsewhere. So obviously he wants to be a first teamer. So he wants to be in and around the Manchester City squad and the starting 11. Can Man City offer that? I don't know, but Real Madrid, as of yesterday, they sold Cristiano Ronaldo in a massive deal, £105 million to Juventus. So they're looking for probably a couple of players you'd think up front in their attacking line, because Ronaldo's huge influence. He's going to be very hard to replace. So I imagine Real Madrid will probably be focusing on the ins rather than the outs. So this might drag on a bit if Man City want to sign him or not, and it all comes down to whether Real Madrid want to sell him. They've already sold one player, they've already got the money, they need to bring in players to replace Ronaldo. So I imagine Kovacic isn't high on their agenda, so this might drag on for some time, and I imagine Real Madrid probably will drive a hard bargain with this one, because like I said, they don't need money, so Man City probably have to pay top dollar for him. It's a confusing one. Can Man City force it over the line and wait for Man City to make their first move for him? So we're waiting for them to enter into talks and possibly even make an offer. Hopefully this doesn't drag on and on and on, and Man City get something sorted, because we don't want another Jorginho case where things drag on for the next 5 weeks or so and it ends up going right up to deadline day. But to be honest with you, Man City wanted a player in for pre-season. I would say that's extremely unlikely. They're going to bring in a defensive midfielder now, unless the Jorginho deal to Chelsea collapses and Man City end up capitalising on it. But Man City want players fully committed to Manchester City. They want to play for only Manchester City. Jorginho, unfortunately, isn't slotting in under that situation. He wants to be settled. He wants to work with Seri again. So he'll probably end up at Chelsea instead. So we're left with a situation there. Another player that we're linked with is Jean-Michel Seri. Now, according to Sky Sports, he will join Fulham from OGC Nice. Now, just have a listen to this one. Man City were linked with him, and we were told that we'd have to pay £35 million for him. £35 million, somewhere ridiculous amount of money, because Fulham are set to sign him, and they're set to sign him for between £16 and £17 million, which is more than double what Fulham are going to sign him for, is what Man City were told that they'd have to pay to get him. The Manchester City price there. And this just shows how much Man City get ripped off in the transfer market. And so you can understand why Man City are being very stubborn in the market. You're getting a good idea now that Man City want to be stubborn in the market, because they're just getting offered inflated prices. You're Manchester City and you have money, so we want you to pay more than what other clubs would pay. And so I appreciate and admire Man City's stance there, and it appeals to Georgieno as well. I'm assuming Chelsea probably paying a little bit more for Georgieno than what Man City are, and Man City simply have the price set. They don't want to pay any more. They have their value. They're not going to go over the value. Someone else comes in. That happens. Like with Alexis Sanchez, Man City wanted to sign him. They were confident of signing him. If someone's going to come in and offer more money, we're not going to go up there and compete with them and offer more money for the sake of it. If a player wants to sign for Man City, they will. That's how they see it, and that's kind of how it should be. Another good team ethic because of that. We'll move on. Claudio Gomes, he's in Manchester now. He's posted on his Instagram story his location that he was in Manchester. Obviously, he can't sign for Manchester City yet due to FIFA rules saying that he can't sign for a foreign club until he's 18 years old. July 23rd is the date that will happen, but he is in Manchester. And last but not least, we're dealing with Riyad Mahrez. Like I said, videos up on that yesterday. Welcome him there. Go and check it out. I'll leave a link to that at the end of this video. But Riyad Mahrez is signed for Manchester City. Listen to this great deal. They wanted him for around 70 to 80, even 90 million pound was linked for him back in January. We're signing for 60 million pound, no add-ons, straight up 60 million in cash. Very good deal for Manchester City. Managed to get a 5-year deal for Riyad Mahrez for 60 million pound. We've done really well there. He's going to wear the number 26 shirt at Manchester City. So welcome Riyad Mahrez. We're all dead excited to see him in a Manchester City shirt. We're going to move on to the outs now. First up, we're dealing with Angus Gunn. Angus Gunn has now signed for Southampton. £10 million free, £3.5 million in add-ons. That's a £13.5 million deal. Apparently the 10th most expensive goalkeeper to be transferred in the Premier League. Good luck to Angus. He's a fantastic goalkeeper. Southampton's got themselves a good goalkeeper there, and I'm sure he's got plenty of competition with them already having a couple of goalkeepers there. So we'll see if Angus Gunn can end up making himself Southampton #1 and see if he can improve on his impressive season that he had with Norwich last season. Good luck to him on his move. Unfortunately, with Man City already having a couple of goalkeepers in Bravo and Edison. Unfortunately, the time is just not right for Gunn, because I'm sure in a couple of years he'll be more than good enough to be Manchester City's starter if he can manage to get his starts at Southampton. And last but not least in the news, we're dealing with Brahim Diaz. He has done an interview that was be published over in Spain, and he's distanced himself from rumours that he was heading to Girona on loan. Instead, he said that he's committed to his side, Manchester City. Absolutely fantastic attitude that from Brahim Diaz, and that's the type of player you want at Man City. You want players that are fully committed to the club, fully committed to the cause, and fully committed to giving 100% all of the time and doing exactly what is needed of them. That's exactly the attitude there. If he carries on throughout his career with that attitude, he'll go far. There we go. That's been the video. Hope you all did enjoy the video. We've finally got a signing. We've sold a player in Angus Gunn. Things warming up in the transfer market. I'm sure there'll be more news for tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have more updates on Georgieno. Might be the end of the Georgieno saga. Might not be the way that some fans were hoping for, but still might be the end of the saga, and we move on. We can get linked with some new players, and I can finally stop Googling pictures of Georgieno and be having to find a different picture of Georgieno all the time. I look forward to maybe getting linked with a couple more players. There we go. So if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave it a big thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe, notifications on. We have flown past 900 subscribers now, and we're on the march towards 1,000. Wanted to say hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. It's much appreciated. I hope you're all enjoying the video. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up if you are enjoying the videos, and leave in the comments what you think of the Riyad Mahrez transfer and the Angus Gunn transfer too. Don't forget to check out my social media links. They're in the description below. You can also go and check out my email in there if you want to hit me with any business inquiries. I'll leave the links to my second channel and my brother's partner channel, Mixed Do Mixology Drinks. You want to check them videos out. Like and subscribe over there. You can like and subscribe to my channel. You can also go and check out many of my other videos if you so wish. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next transfer update with Manchester City. So I'll see you all then. Welcome Riyad. Peace. Ciao for now.